When was the last time you felt really helpless? Like the ground opened up from underneath you just to have you falling without a hint of a bottom in sight? When was the last time you felt true despair? Let's turn back the clock to the year 2006, in a day in the month of June. The time is 12:30 p.m. The school semester had just ended and everyone had received their grades in the book that we're going to refer to as a result booklet. Everyone was excited at the fact that they were receiving their grades in their results. As they queue up to take their booklets, you can see down at the very end of the line a very reluctant boy that is hesitant to even check his grades. This boy knew that his grades were nothing short of appalling. This boy knew that one way or another he had definitely failed. This boy knew that he had let his parents down before seeing the booklet. This boy was me. Now, before I go on to explain why I was so hesitant to even glance at the booklet, let alone look at my grades, I need to explain how the school's grading system worked. And to explain the grading system are a few of my good friends that went to the same school as me. They took time out of their day to help me with this video, and I really appreciate that. So I'm going to be leaving their socials in the description so that you can follow them on Instagram and give them some love. Also note that we're going to be speaking in broken English or pidgin English, and I'll be putting subtitles to compensate for those who don't understand what we're saying. Anyways, take it away.
The thing where they do us for Dorothy, man. Obviously, now all of us there for that 30X, I mean that 30G.
30X, yeah, 30X and 4OG.
Over 4OG, 4OG. Hey! Oh boy. Yeah. They do us bad thing, though. They do us bad.
I swear.
They do us bad thing, don't be small thing. So yeah, basically, yeah. Explain to the viewers where they watch now, yeah. Explain to them, yeah, how the grading system be there for Dorothy.
Wait, how what system?
Grading system, the grading system.
Oh.
How waiting be A, waiting be B, waiting be C, waiting be D. We know which one be F9. So
yeah.
So F na fail. So no be anything.
So with grade with A in Dorothy, like you have to have at least, I think they have A plus, which is like 95 and above. Then then A is 90 and upwards. Then B plus is 85 and upwards. Then B is like 80 and above. But I think anything below B is really like you failed.
It's kind of anything below
B, you're out of the school.
anything below B is bad. But
yeah,
I think is it 78? 78 was C.
I think 78 or thereabout was
78 C. Was C. Then anything after that, man, don't even try. Don't even try to. Hey, oh boy.
You believe it?
When I opened my result booklet, very much so, my grades were awful. As I was reading down the booklet, I saw something that shouldn't have surprised me, but still made my heart sink. At the bottom of the page, it read that I was to repeat the current year. I hadn't felt so physically sick in my life. All at once, the thought of all the money that was spent on me being wasted had rushed straight to my head. I didn't know what to do. What do I tell my parents? When I got home, the first person I saw was my mother. When I handed her the grades, she looked through them quietly. She saw the state that my grades were in, but she didn't say a word. When she finished looking through it, she got up, took the car keys, looked dead straight at me and said, "Get in the car." Without even wasting a step, I went straight into the car and we drove back to the school. When we got there, we sat down to wait for the principal of the school. The plan was to persuade the principal to give me some exams or a test that would help me gain enough credits to pass the year. And at this point, my heart was racing. At 4 p.m., no one came to see us. 5 p.m., nothing. 6 p.m., still waiting. We waited there until 7:30 p.m. When everything was said and done, the principal came out to see us, and by see us I meant she had packed her bags and her documents and was ready to go home, but still spared some time to talk to us. My mother went ahead to ask her to give me a chance to redeem myself, a small chance if possible to take an exam that would help me out. However, no matter how logical it sounded, the principal was hell-bent on making me repeat the year, and there was nothing I could do. 8 p.m. My head hung low. I couldn't believe that this was happening. I was unable to say or do anything. I put myself in this position. Now I have to be held back while my friends and people that know me go ahead of me. I felt so helpless. It felt like the ground would open up and I would fall through it. But I began to make a resolve. A resolve to repeat the year and do better. And I will start by promising that to the principal. And more importantly, promising that to my mother. But before I even had the chance to speak, the unthinkable happened. 8:30 p.m. My mother went on her knees and began to beg the principal to give me a second chance.
Rage, wrath, scorn, destruction, hate, fire, despair, vex, animosity, fury, fire. How dare they do that to her? How dare they make her do that? What do they think they are? Who gave them the right? This is all their fault. I will never let them sleep in peace. I will never let them get away with this. Are they mad? I despise them. I hate them. I hate every single thing about them. I blame them. This is their fault. I hate them.
I blame me. This is my doing. This is my fault. This is my fault. The character I'm gonna draw today is Zuko. For some reason I feel like I relate to him on a level that he was never really perfect growing up. He made mistakes, he wasn't a prodigy, and he did things that I know that he regrets. But more importantly, he had the unconditional love of his mother that did anything and everything to protect him. And that's why I've decided to draw him. Maybe one day I will become a better person too. I can only hope and keep working hard. Thanks for watching the video.